Well, hi there. Is that a car video? Wait, is this a surprise? So today we're going to be talking about the anger of the Yu-Gi-Oh community towards a 1L Shadal Winda. And I've seen people getting called all sorts of names. I've heard the elites talking about that no, Winda's not the problem, you just need to get better at the game. And it's all sorts of hilarity. So smash your living crap out, subscribe button, and let's dig it into she's a problem again, shall we? I swear it's like, what, once a year that we talk about Winda being a problem. Now, recently, the last time Winda was a problem, it was because, Alistair was also a problem. And it seems like every time Alistair is a problem, Winda's a problem. So recently we just got Shadal Schism. You guys know how great Schism is as a card, right? Not only do you get the ability to fusion summon during your opponent's turn, you also get the ability to spot removal something of the same attribute. And the first thing I'm already going to hear from people is, well, Robbie, if you weren't playing a deck that played the light or dark attribute, you'd be in a better position. Oh yeah, I agree 100%. I think that this whole elitist argument towards like the salty few that are losing to Winda, it's not because of Winda, it's usually because of the negate that is backed up by the Winda. Or, just in the terms of the community here, just play Cosmic Cyclone, MST, Twin Twisters, Denko Sekka, like, there's all this back row hate. Now, I do agree, like, yes, having that spot removal would take care of the problem. And then you got the other half of the community over here. It's like, well, you see, like, spot removal's bad, okay? Like, it doesn't do anything in the strategy. And that's where the problem lies right now, is the cards that beat this specific matchup, or basically eliminate, Schism being a threat, we're not playing right now. All right, like, Cosmic Cyclone's only good against, like, Eldritch, maybe interrupting like a Chuchi or something like that. So that's where the whole community right now is like, yeah, you lost to Winda, all right? Sucks to suck. And then you got the other half of the community over here, it's calling people, oh my god, like, I've actually read people just telling people to go end it all. And I'm like, why are we like this, all right? It's just Winda. So we're back at the parallel here, once again, where people think that Winda is the problem. And I don't necessarily like Winda, don't get me wrong. I think she's a very good floodgate monster, and I can tell you the longer that the game goes on, it's almost like the more she becomes a problem. But had we not made Schism, she would have just been a super poly target, so it wouldn't have been too crazy at that point. But once again, we come back down the parallel here. So people are calling for the ban of Nadir's Servant. All right, this one is hilarious to me. So you lock yourself out of your extra deck on your turn, by the way. Oh no, oh, I can't make the window on my turn anyway, but it's a problem. Like, I will say that Nadir's Servant opens up a whole other can of worms later on in its life. That's a story for another day, all right? But we got people like, oh my god, Nadir's Servant, it's the problem. And I'm like, okay, so Nadir's Servant sends the app Cologne, okay? The app Cologne, no, wait a minute. App Cologne's the one that lets us search for the Schism, right? No, App Cologne couldn't be the problem. Now, there's a select elite few out there with things that we like to call them their brain cells that will kind of start poking fingers and going, wait a minute. So yeah, Nadir's Servant sends, but then at the end of the day, when you look at it, you see that App Cologne is the searcher for the Schism. And if we take out the App Cologne, technically, yes, people are asking for App Cologne to be banned. All right, I know, right? So one searcher leads to another searcher. And then you got people over here that are looking at Schism, and they're like, well, wait a minute. So searcher into Schism, that would make Winda. And you got people like, no, we got to ban Winda. All right, like, that's searcher for problem card, potential problem card. Now, what if, hear me out here, what if we took out Schism? What if we just left Winda alone, left her as a super poly target, and then we left App Cologne and we left Nadir Servant. Well, that wouldn't make any sense, right? So here's where I'm standing on this this whole debacle right now. I think that Schism is a very good card. Don't get me wrong. Being able to skip the summon during the opponent's turn to deploy a Winda mid-chain link to stop your opponent from being able to resolve any more special summons, that's powerful, man. Like, that's probably one of the craziest interaction windows that we have in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, alright, icing on the cake here is you get that spot removal for something of the attribute in which you're attempting to summon. But no! Your opinion is irrelevant, according to half of the community. Alright. Man. You have to understand that the metagame comes and goes in trends. Alright. Spell and trap removal is of the down right now, because 95% of the metagame doesn't care. Alright, like, your biggest thing is what? Like, Eldritch still? Like I mentioned earlier, like, Chuchi and stuff like that. But the rest of the community's like, no! Winda! Get it out of here! I hate it! Like, and then the rest of the community's like, just get better. Like, I've noticed that it's been the competitive scene, actually, that's the one that's defending Winda here. And I haven't read every single argument. I just saw that this was a stupid trend that was going around in, like, the Facebook groups that people were talking about, like, no, Winda needs to be banned, she's such a powerful card. And it's like, yo, I understand. Like, I've been crusading for something to happen, for a consistency hit to Alistair and friends for so long, alright? And once again, guess what happens? This game goes in cycles. Oh, wait, what's that? Alistair's a problem again. Wow! Who would have guessed, alright? Now, on the other end of this, I think this is my other favorite here. So, there's actually one person. I can't tell if they just wanted to go against the crowd or what. But this one person was like, you know, Winda's okay for the game. I just want to see Magical Meltdown limited to 1. I'm like, you're a mad lad. You win against the entire flow of the community. I think so far I've seen something about 30 or 40 posts so far talking about Winda, of which I've seen 5 people with really bad opinions. I actually saw one of my good friends get banned from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Subreddit Discord because he got into a heated argument about Winda. May or may not have called somebody the big bad tard word, and I'm like, why are you like this, my guy? Like, I understand, like, getting heated in an argument. We all understand that we can be passionate about things, but I have never seen something as controversial as, and dumb, I do want to throw that in there, as arguing about Winda being a manageable resource. Alright, like, the competitive community seems to think that Winda is not an issue. Alright, I kind of think that a little bit. If you want to point any fingers at any sort of like issue here, I think you can narrow things down on either App Cologne for searching Schism, or you can just look at Schism as a card and go, well, maybe Schism's the issue here. I think that, yeah, going forward into the game, the longer the game, goes, and the more that we produce, attributes for Shaddolls, or, more dark cards, then yeah, Super Paulian interactions and things like that, Schism's producing these spot removal cards. Of course there are gonna be issues, man. Like, what do you want? Like, literally, best floodgate monster. Like, the only reason why Alistair and Friends is competing is because, like, the power creep on Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gone so much down the crapper here. Like, everybody looks at this game and they're like, oh my god, you build turn 1 board to take you 20 minutes, and you're like, sorry, want to watch me interrupt your board? Like, I think it's as fair as me having 1 power out to your entire board than the 20 minutes it took you to build that board. But that's a story for another day. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is going cuckoo's batshit bananas out here because evidently, alright, people have like 4 opinions on what needs to be banned for Shaddol Winda, and it is absolutely hilarious, man. Don't get me wrong. I think everybody has an opinion like everybody has a butthole, alright? And that's just kind of the situation that we found ourselves in at this point in time. So, do you think that El Shaddai Winda is the problem? Do you think we should ban Nadir Servant? Do you think we need to ban Schism? Do you think we need to ban App Cologne? Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash your ever-loving crap out of that subscribe button. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later on the day for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.